Hello and welcome to a test for precision farming. I have been curious for a while now to see how much um, not increasing, but the change in pH really affects your yield. So I figured I'd do a test for myself, and I figured, well, might as well record it and show you guys too and see what happens. So I'm here on Felsbrunn. I have purchased field 12 up here, just cheated a bunch of money so I could have stuff. So I'll show you what we are looking at so far after it saves here. Okay, so we're here on, field 12. I just analyze it so we get all the soil types and stuff. The pH is just down to whatever. That's just how it came, and I did one wheat harvest on it just to bring the nitrogen all the way down. So the test will be for pH mainly, well, all of it, because I'll just be planting the crop and without fertilizing, and then we'll go over it and fertilize the whole thing, then harvest the whole crop, and then we will drill it all again with canola again, or lime it and then drill it, and then we'll see what the yield difference is. And of course we'll fertilize it again too. We will also have automatic fertilizing on, so the computer can take care, the computer GPS system can take care of needs. So I have two tractors planted here. Got the other exact same setup on the top end of the field. So we will get this planted, then I will join you back here when we are starting to fertilize. I don't know if there's anything else you see. We're not going to be doing price checking on how much the price of seed is going and all that. Just if it's going to be worth buying or putting your lime on and how often you should do it maybe. Because I'll probably do another harvest afterwards. We'll do a full harvest with putting no lime on it now. And then we'll do a harvest with liming with the automatic application rate, and then we'll do another harvest, all the same crop type, so excuse me, so that it's easy to judge. Yeah, we'll do one more afterwards to see how much it drops after you harvest. So yeah, just got a whole different bunch of setup here. Got the cases on these drills. Got John Deere's on the planters in case I want to try a different crop eventually. I've got the JCBs on the fertilizer and lime spreaders. Got the cloths on the baler. Got case harvesters and a case on the cultivator as well. That's just what I'll have here. And then I got a semi there for bales and a semi over there for grain. So yeah, like I said, I will see you once we are done here and we are getting ready to fertilize. Alright, we're back, all seeded. Canola is all on the ground. Alright, so now we need to hop over here into the JCB with the fertilizer. Yep, got the right one. So again, we're going to hopefully get this as close as possible to the exact right spot here. I mean, we're not doing a fertilizer test, so it doesn't really matter. But it sure would be nice to have just a little bit of an even spread or whatever. But we should make sure before we start that we are on automatic spreading. No on. Deactivate, activate. Perfect. Okay. Worker, and we'll get him to do that. So if we check the map here again, go to nitrogen, you can see that we have 0 in there. So it'll be doing the max application it needs before harvest, so we only need to go over it once. So while he's doing this, I did a little bit of calculations on how much seed we use for canola. Canola is by far the crop that uses the least amount of seed. We use a grand total of 1,120 liters of seed for this field, and it is what was this field here? It was a 5.61 hectare field. I used the, I'll show you the garage here, which seed plant. I use a Lizard multi silo. It's a $6,000 one. I'm not quite sure which modder made it now, but I use that one. Seed is dirt cheap out of there. To seed this field, it was a grand total of $49. 49. That's insane. So if you go to doing by bags of seed, it would end up being, well, you would need a bag and a little bit. So you're looking at about $1,000 to seed this field with just the normal seed in the bag like this. And if you go to doing it with pallets, these are the same price, so it'll be $1,000 as well. These those are ones here are a lot cheaper. I can quickly figure those out too. We have we go here, $1,400, divide that by 2,100 liters of seed, which is 66 cents per liter. So you're looking at, if you use these pallets, it'd be $750, well, $746.66 actually. But yeah, so it's by far the cheapest. Oh man, he's blocked by an object. Just turn sooner. Anyways, yeah, by far cheapest using that silo. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen, who the modder is. But yeah, so that is how much the seed usage on here is. So it's the cheapest you can do it for is about $50, and I think that's the cheapest mod with. If you're doing all base game seed stuff, you're looking at about, what I say, $900 to $1,000 to seed it. So yeah, we will get this fertilizer spread, and that will be the final application before harvest. You can see the map is all turning green. It is changing for the different soil types. And yeah, we'll also see what kind of yield we get off of each spot. I'm thinking, what would it be? The worst yield would be on either the silty clay or the loamy sand. The best is obviously the loam. So I will see you once harvest is ready, unless you want to watch this. I doubt it, but maybe we'll stick it on a time lapse, get this done. And yeah, and then I'll see you once we are just about ready to harvest. Okie doke. It is all ready to go, so we will get the first harvest of this canola underway. Whoops. What? Why did you stop? Anyways, yeah, we'll get the first harvest of this underway. Using these two harvesters, cut this one up the middle and get them to turn right. So that it should be done at pretty close to the same time. Yep, and they'll be showing our yield info as they go along. Unselect that there. Yeah, so you can see Yield right now is awful in the combine with the A worker because we're going through the the loamy sand. So we should see it once it clicks past. It should go up to green like the helper B has right now. So yeah, got this all fertilized, so 100%. Next time, well, first thing before seeding the next crop kernel, we're going to put the lime in. And yeah, so but before we continue on harvesting, well, they're going to continue on, I will read off the numbers of how much fertilizer we use and stuff. We use 5,400 liters of, which could have been maybe cut down a little bit if we would have, we could have probably overlapped a little bit or field when we were turning around stuff. And I know we had at the end, I don't know if you would have seen that or not, we had just a little strip, so we were wasting quite a bit. So it could have been brought down if we were a little bit more on the ball if we were turning around and stuff and not overlapping as much. But with that number, with using the multi-silo, it is it sells. You can buy it for 8 cents a liter. Look at this guy turn the other way. Yeah, you can buy it, the multi-silo there for 8 cents a liter, so that's dirt cheap. So grand total for fertilizing this field was $435. So to put that into perspective, if we would have used the Pioneer pallets of fertilizer, that would have cost you $5,664.58. That's if you go to buy the liter, you'd have to buy the full pallet, obviously. But $5,600. So you're looking at $5,200 more, $5,200 more. Some people would call it multi-silo cheating, but it's a mod. You can use it just for comparison purposes. There's also that lizard pallet that I showed you before with the seed, is quite similar. It's a little bit more expensive. It's $5,696. And now the really big shocker, like extreme. I would highly recommend not using the big bags that you come with in game, because double. Not double what the multi-silo was. No. Double the pallets. It would cost you $10,440. 10,000. That is just insane. I have not used those big bags since FS19 first came out, because I knew they were expensive, but I never really did a test to see how much more they were. But that's double the price. It's insane. So yeah, cheapest is the multi-silo that I have installed. There are probably other ones that you can buy from that would be probably a lot closer to how much the pallets cost. So if you want one of those, might be a little bit more realistic. I also have the buy anything silo. I don't know how much that would be, but it would probably be pretty similar to the pallets, I'm assuming. But yeah, so let's get this guy unloaded. Why are you? There we go. Finicky unload spot. So get these combines unloaded. We'll get the harvest done, and we'll get to not cracking again. Get to liming and then drilling. I'll see you at the end of harvest, I guess. Because this is not a gameplay series, so you don't really need to see everything going on. You'd have to see what we're all doing. You know, we're harvesting now, so yeah, I will see you once it's all harvested and we're getting ready to put the lime down. And then also have the figures on how much lime costs. So, see you at the end. Alright, that is the harvest all complete. I will get this guy going, and then we'll go over the data that we have. Should go over till about here, I'm thinking, so you don't get that much wastage. Okay, so let's get a worker hired on that. Nope, that's not wide enough. Cancel. Stop it! Jeez. Well, we'll have a little bit of wastage there, but let's get this end tidied up here. There we go. Okay, so now we'll get a worker hired. That should be better. Oh, it's still not quite far enough. Let's get all the way over. Come on. There we go. That's better. All right, now that he's going, let's go check our map here on the precision farming tab, that is. So worst yield on canola is right here, the sandy loam, or loamy sand, sorry. And then the next worst in the silty clay. And like I was saying, the loam is the best and sandy loam is next up. Like there, you can see the distinct line of where everything is. So you can see the pH has dropped till, well, in some of these spots it's down to about 5.0 in the loamy sand here, or yeah, sandy loam. Here it's still up around 8, 8.5 area. Not 8, sorry, 6, 6.5 area. 8.5 would be really high. So yeah, we can just, now we're seeing the lime spreader is putting it all back to perfect, and then we'll do our test again for that. Our nitrogen has dropped again to pretty well nothing. There is nothing in the silty clay and the sandy loam here. Did I get that wrong again? No, the loamy sand there, yeah. It's nothing. So if you take a look at the stats here, well, there's nothing that interesting in there. We'll just go over in the silo here. I put all the canola straight in the silo. We got 70,790 liters. So that's not too bad. Now I'll just take a note of that here. Yield 700, or not 700, 70,790. So now if we would average out the price of what we have there, we have 2,000, oh, he stopped again, I can see that. Why can't these workers be more intelligent? Oh, I can't wait for FS22. Okay, let's try this again. Nope, not far enough over. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now if we go back in the menu here again, if we go with 2,184, 1,871, 1951, 2,075, and 2,256. And we divide that by, we got 5. So the average price is 2,067 per thousand. So we would have 70.79 thousand liters, if that makes sense. So that would have made us $146,351.25, which isn't too bad. Now we'll see what the lime cost will be. We're not going to calculate fuel cost in this because it's fairly minimal. It's just the price of the product that we're applying here. So let's get this all limed, and then once we are seeding, I'll go through the numbers on that too. So hopefully you are finding this interesting, and hopefully it's not dragging out too much. And yeah, so I'll see you once this is done and we are seeding again. Hopefully we won't waste too much lime on the turning if he gets confused again. So yeah, see you once we are just ready to start seeding again. Okie doke, liming is all complete. we are now back in the field seeding with both our magnums. So I had done the math on the lime usage. For liming this entire field, I did have to fill it up once, partially the way through. We use 31,020 liters of lime. So if you go with buying from the big bag that you get with the base game, they are 23 cents per liter for lime. The Lizard pallets are 19 cents per liter. Pioneer pallets are 29 cents per liter. And if you go with the silo that I am using, it is 1 cent per liter. So if you go for the big bag, lime in this field would cost you 7,134. The Lizard pallets would cost you 5,893. The Pioneer pallets would be 8,995. And from the silo, it's 310. So if we make more than, let's say, on average, it would, well, if we take out the silo, if we just go from the bags and the pallets, the average there would be about $1,000. So to make this worthwhile, we'll have to make at least, we made 146,351 last time with the harvest, so we would have to make at least 150, let's just do the math, if we need to get an 8,000 more to pay for that with a little bit extra profit. So I did something wrong there. Yeah, we need to make at least 154,000 to make it worth our while. Now granted, this is a very extreme test, so it should definitely be worth it on this part. But after we're done this, I will hop in here right after the combines, plant with canola again, and then we'll see how much the yield drops. If you're running seasons, it will drop a lot more because there's no crop rotation, but I am running the base game with just precision farming, so there is no crop rotation that matters. So yeah, we'll get this planted, fertilized up to 100% again. We'll just show you the map here. Yep, see, pH is all in the green and whatever the soil type requires. You can see there's the silty clay, which quite a bit. That's up to around the 7.0 mark. Here we're looking at 6.75. Here we're looking at the 6.5, and here we're down to 6.25, 6 even. So let's, we'll take a look here. Nitrogen, I showed you this before, is at 0 pretty well. And there's our old yield map where we will clear that for when we start harvest next. Actually, we could probably clear that now already. Yeah, so I will see you once we are harvesting, or pretty close to the end of harvest probably, because you've seen harvest already. We just want to get to the numbers and knowing if it is better or not. So I'll see you in, well, next in-game day obviously, but yeah, in a while. Okay, here we are, wrapping up the harvest. Just going into this last combine, I have no idea how much we have here because I emptied the truck last time before it was 100% full, which is 60,000, so I have no idea what it is. So let's get this guy unloaded, and then we'll see what we're at. Hopefully that's close enough. Doesn't look like it. So you got 17 in here now. So let's see here. How much are we gonna get till? 21,791. So let's go dump this in the silo and then we'll see where we're at. And see how much of a difference it actually made. And that is a pretty drastic change. Like, we put a lot of lime on there. Get that unloaded, and then we'll go check the screen here. Alright, that's emptied. Shut the truck off. So we go over here. How many liters do we have? 75,200 295, 75,295. So that's 75.2. So let's see where we're at. We're gonna use the same average as last time, because the prices will have changed, but we want an accurate figure. Yeah, the prices have gone up a bit, so 75 times 2,067.4 brings it to 155,665-ish. 664.88. So that is minus 146,351.25. That's 9,000 more. $9,313.63 more. So that does pay. If the liming it does pay for itself in one harvest, and you only really need to. The menu says you only need to do it every third harvest. Yeah, so that'll definitely pay for itself in the one harvest, and then everything on top of that is just gravy. So, in a nutshell, it is worth it. So I am going to get this planted again, and then I'll harvest, do the fertilizer up to 100%, and I will fertilize or plant it, fertilize it to 100% again, and harvest it, and we'll see what the yield drop is quickly. I'll just cut straight to that, and then that'll be the end of this. Well, it's pretty much test is done now, seeing if the yield is liming is worth it in the end. And yeah, so I'll just tell you guys what the numbers are at the end. See you soon. Alright, so third harvest is now done on the canola, and turns out yield does not drop much after if you would not lime again. It dropped how many liters here? About 500 liters. Not even 300 liters, that's it. So I wouldn't really know how much it would drop in 3, but it would just bring it back up to the normal. So yeah, and you would easy make your money back in lime, no problem at all. No matter which lime source you would buy from. So that would be the end of the test. It is definitely worth it, liming, to increase, because you get it paid for in the first harvest afterwards. So until the next test, later.